And how did you stay consistent as a content creator just starting off, especially when you don't have that immediate gratification of, views, likes, and stuff like that as a new beginner?
It's a great question. And when you are grinding, you can't win a race if you don't feel the burn, right? So you're gonna feel a little bit of the burn when you moving like this. So one thing that you got to do is set goals for yourself that are attainable, but are in your control. So, for example, I might feel I'm the best stock market related YouTuber of all time. There are still people who got more subscribers than me, more followers than me, more this, more that. What do I want to control? That I'm getting people to subscribe? Or do I want to control that my video quality is higher? That's something in my control. So you want to have goals that you can literally do today that are up to you. So when I first got into the game, my first goal was to not get 50 subscribers, because who knows how many subscribers you could get. It was to make 50 videos and make the next one a little bit better than the one before.
Yes, sir.
That was my goal. I did one. You know what? I'm getting some views. Because I was texting my videos out to people. I'm texting, hey, mom, I put a video out. Hey, cousin, hey, coworker, I put a video out, right? And this is in the early days. I call it, like back in the day in the 90s, they pop the trunk and they selling CDs out the trunk. Mm-hmm. That was me selling my CDs out the trunk. I'm texting, they're like, oh man, Keenan, with this stock market stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because when you first start off and you're doing that, everybody asks you why. But then when it work out, they start to ask you how. Mm-hmm. So, and then that's really the truth. So remember that when you are on your journey, and keep your goals, things that you can control. You can't control getting 10,000 subscribers tomorrow, but you could control that you put out a video tomorrow. That's in your control. I want to put a video out every day. I want to put a video out every week, every 2 weeks, whatever it is. I want to spend 5 hours focusing on this, whatever it might be. It could be networking. It could be editing a video. But you want to say, okay, these are the things I could control. And then once you keep doing that, you're going to make yourself consistent. There's a book called Atomic Habits. Mm-hmm. And if you have not read that book, go ahead and pick that up. And in this book, it tells you about an atomic habits, meaning like a little atom, right? Like super microscopic, even lower than that. How these things combine could really give you a long and a really big result. Just little things a day, right? If you say, hey, I want to focus on my content creation. You don't even have a YouTube channel yet. You don't even have a TikTok or nothing like that yet. I want to make one account on one of these social media platforms a day. You go sign up for Facebook. You go sign up for TikTok. You go sign up. But you got little things, and they just stepping you towards where you want to be, a content creator. So then you say, okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Then you get that goal done. You do your atomic habits again. I want to record a 30-second video on all of the platforms. Little goals. Keep it going, right? Just time after time again.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the creator/business owner Alex Hormozi, but he touches on like that topic about like inputs and outputs. I watch a lot of his content, and one thing that I noticed with myself is that I have been the type to like make my goal like, I don't know, like let me make $1,000 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But instead of doing that, like actually, for example, when I was for the business in terms of, helping content creators grow with short form content, I had a goal of let me get one client a month, right? And I switched my goal to how much outreach do I have to do to make it unreasonable for me to get one client a month. And once I reverse engineered that, I just started like being able to put my daily inputs in that way. And so now this year, that was something I was doing last year and for last year's goal. But now this year, I'm more so focused on building the podcast. Mm-hmm. And at least in the podcast space, they say that 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3, and then 90% of those podcasts don't make it past episode, I think it's like 20, right? So if you make it to like episode 20, you're basically in the top 1%. So I was like, oh, okay. So if I just don't quit and I stay consistent, keep running that marathon like we was talking about, then I'm gonna get to my goal. And so that's kind of been my motivation every day. Every time like I finish an episode, I'm like, all right, I just keep going. That's another episode. Make the next one better. Keep putting out consistent content, and then everything will fall in place from there.
Right. That's true. Because you gotta have these goals in mind. And to be honest, understanding the statistics on things too helps you a lot. because you know if you didn't, I always tell people to trade with your chart and not with your heart, and that's why I got this hat. A lot of people, I don't have the words on it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like when you look at it, it's the chart. Now, those who went to primary school, a little elementary school, you remember the alligator mouth eats at the bigger one, right? So the chart is greater than your heart when you are in the stock market. But even in this content space where your heart might be telling you, yo, this ain't it, man. Let's stop. This episode 3. But then the charts is telling you, wait, if I want to get to the top 1%, I need to pass the 20. So then just you got it from there because you staying focused on the task and understanding the dynamics, understanding the metrics that really get you to success.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And another thing that helped me is just like how you were talking about. You just want to make 50 videos and then you want to make them better after each video. My dad, he used to always tell me, and it's just so funny, like now that I've gotten older, some of the things that my dad has taught me, like he said it to me and I'll just be like, it would just go over my head. He don't know nothing. And then now, like as I've like gotten older, I'm like, oh, that's what my dad meant. He like I just wasn't whatchamacallit, I just wasn't curious enough to like ask him to like explain it to me. So one thing he's always told me is do it like a plus delta, like what would you change, and then what'd you do good. So after every episode, because I actually watch all my episodes over again, make sure that it was good. I'm like, all right, what I do good, what I need to improve on, and try and make sure that each episode like I get better and better.